Look here, baby. You're hitting them corners too fast. You need to slow this mother down. You understand? I almost spilled my yak on this $200 suit.
Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I hope you consider hitting that subscribe button and also hitting that bell notification so every single time I post you'll be notified, which is every Sunday. We're back at it again. We are back with my favorite series on here. We are ranking, talking about, laughing about, possibly crying about bad Hinge profiles. This is a part of my dating app series. A while ago, I started a journey where I would give advice on how to spice up your dating app profile and make it so that you actually have good content, that you have started conversations on there, and hopefully you can find love. Now, have these worked for me? No. But you know what it is? Coaches don't play. Some coaches do play. I don't play, clearly. But with that being said, if you want to watch any of the other episodes in my dating app series, I will link them all in a playlist down below for you to go and take a gander at for yourself. This is, I think, the third installment of Bad Hinge Profiles. So maybe for the next, episode of this series, we can step away from the profiles and maybe I can answer some questions that you guys may have about dating apps in the comments below. But we'll get into that a little later in the video. Basically, how this works, if you're new here, in my free time, I am scrolling on dating apps and I'm trying to meet the love of my life, and all that's happening is I am just getting disgusted and I'm getting the ick at what I'm seeing on these dating apps. So if you're in a relationship, if you're in a happy relationship right now, just know you're lucky, because the single he, she's, gays, and theys, we're suffering because the dating pool is not it. The dating pool is filled with and it's got dead bodies in it, and it's got some weird, like, you step in it and it's like that, like it's that mushy stuff, and you're like, am I stepping in like sea animal Like, the dating pool is just, it's not even a dating pool. It's like a dating swamp, a dating bog, if you will. This is for the single people out here who are suffering. Let's get into it. And most of these are on Hinge. I think that maybe I have like 1 or 2 Tinder screenshots, but my main stomping ground is Hinge. So the first one, a life goal of mine. It's a lot, so match and you'll find out. I know I'm coming right off the bat. It's like, Shookmira, that's really not that bad. You're being picky. Here's what bothers me is that you have, I think, about 20 prompts to choose from. Why don't you choose one that you can actually put a response to? I don't know if I have any screenshots of this instance exactly, but I cannot tell you how many times I go on Hinge and it's like someone will choose a prompt. That means you yourself have scrolled through and selected, and it'll be like, I don't know, ideal date, and they're like, IDK. You want to know what IDK? IDK why you selected that. IDK why you don't just pick another prompt. It's just like, it is so obnoxious. You have the power to choose a question. So choose a question that you can answer. This isn't as bad as like putting IDK or, something like that. But this is obnoxious because, what do you mean it's a lot? You know what? Just summarize it then, or choose another prompt. Like, this is gonna be the first time. And look,
it's gonna be the only time.
I will eat my words on this one. So I got the fork, I'll eat my words on this one, because if you are attracted to this person, then I guess you'd be like, oh, well, I wonder what their goals are. But for me, I wasn't, so it just annoyed me. So, I see what they did there. For once, I may have been wrong. It only happens once in a while. Take a picture, screen record it if you must, because it ain't gonna happen again. So hostile. This next one. There's not a lot to say here because there's nothing to say about here. Like, I get it, right? If you're camera shy, I get it. Well, not when I look like this. I mean, how can I be camera shy? Look at me. Here's my thing. Like, why? Like, you're on a dating app. You're gonna need pictures. I'm also like sure this person also had like nothing on their profile. So like, it's just like, what is the point? Like what really is the point? Like, I see this sometimes on Tinder where people will be like, match and I'll send you pictures. What do you think this is? Who do you think you are? Like, it doesn't make any sense. If there are like famous YouTubers who are on Tinder who can post their pictures, knowing the following that they have, I'm sure you can post your own pictures. And it's not even like, it would be better by some standard, by some degree, if it was like all group pictures, right? But like, this is like, you are like, yes, queen.
Literally give us nothing.
Literally give us the bare minimum and then do less than that. Like, ooh. This next one, qualities I'm looking for in a +1 wedding date. Love me a fat girl. She gotta love to eat. Hold on, but there's more to this profile. So then they have this picture. I'm weirdly attracted to bloated bellies and huge BBWs, and this is the picture that they put. I believe that I touched on this topic in a video on my channel. I think it's part of my Isn't That Ironic series, which I have not touched that series in a while. I just realized that. But in that video, I talked about how the internet is very fat phobic, and one of my chapters in that video is talking about how some people equate I struggle with saying that word, fetishization of bigger women equals flattery. And I'm here to tell y'all right now, look, it's not. It's just
not.
And there are so many things I could say about this topic. And actually, no, I'm going to say, if I was going to say, I'm not going to go there. I am going to go there. Because my first thing is, why would you fix your lips? I love me a fat girl. Are you kidding me? Here's what I'm saying. Because I feel like I see so many tweets of people being like, oh, you know, men love real bodies. And who told y'all men don't like big women? Those men. Believe it or not. Men told us they don't like big girls. So let's not act like this is some made up thing where, you know, plus size women in the world have convinced themselves that they're not attractive. Because they have been made to feel that way. They've been made to feel like they're not loved. So that's the first thing. Let me really back in. I need people to understand this. If you like someone just because of their body type, that is a fetish. And you know what it is? You know why it's not okay specifically is because plus size women, bigger women, and bigger men too, and just bigger people in general, when you put us in this category of like, oh, I love big, like when you put us that, like, you're making us a monolith. And anyone that identifies as plus size is 1,000,001 things before they are that. So you are oogling and ogling and gawking at this one facet of someone that they are still trying to like learn to love about themselves, but you're taking it to an extent where it's like you just see that about, like, it is the most like you are looking at me like a piece of meat kind of thing. And I cannot like, it is not the serve y'all think it is. It's just not. It's not giving. And it really pisses me off. Like, I love me a BBW. Like, okay, Drake on Only. Like, I like my girls BBW. Like, actually, you know what? I blame Drake. And I might have said this in that video too. I blame him talking about he like his girls BBW. The type that want to eat dry and then eat some lunch with you.
So thick that everybody else in the room is so uncomfortable.
Like, Aubrey, you keep creating these brands of men that are undateable. Sorry, that was a little extended, but I had to go on that full rant. Actually, you know what? I'm not done. Because the pictures that this picture is just too far. Like, what are you trying to accomplish here with this? Like, I'm weirdly attracted, bloated bellies. Like, shut the up. You are such an ignorant little piece of shut the up. Now I'm calm. Now I'm done. And overshare. 6 foot, but I look 5'11" since the extra inch went somewhere else. I'll be honest. I mean, y'all know I try my best to like hide faces and names and everything. I remember this profile. Well, actually, I screenshotted the person before, so I'm looking at it. He looks 5'8". So that extra inch didn't go anywhere. And I'll tell you where it should have gone. Here. There is, I don't remember like if it was a TikTok or a tweet, but I wholeheartedly remember. And well, you know what? I'm not gonna go there because this is a family channel.
Literally last week's video.
Logan, let me lean in him. Let me talk to you really quick.
Let me hit that shit. Let me hit it. Please let me hit. Let me hit.
I don't know another polite way to say that. There is just an understanding amongst the girls that if a guy is always talking about how well endowed he is,
he's the one that isn't.
If you've ever, you know, had the one-off pleasure of joking with a guy, right? And you're like, oh, I bet you got a small wee-wee. Because that's the way that you talk to, you know, men when you're my age. I bet you got a small wee-wee. Actually, it's probably accurate. Their response says a lot, right? Scientifically, it's scientifically proven. If they're like, no, my wee-wee's freaking huge. It's like, it's probably average at best. But the ones that are like, sure, I got a small wee-wee. Those are the ones. I'm just saying, it's just what I've heard around the block. You know, just heard it through the grapevine.
Listen, I heard through the grapevine that you've got a thing for Cal. Oh no, who told you that? Just the grapevine.
But just in general, it's just like not. Like, it's just, to me, it's just like, we don't care. I mean, like, eventually, sure, that part in a relationship, it becomes relevant. But like, if you're just putting it out there unsolicited, get over yourself. Like, accept that it's probably average. And you know what? That's fine. All right, here we go. This is an actual response to one of my prompts. So there was a while there I had, I think the prompt was like, what if I told you? And I put liking cats as a character flaw. Sorry for everyone that is just learning this about me. I'm not really a cat fan. It's partly because I'm allergic and partly just because the vibes between me and felines are just not there. There's like an understanding there that we don't with each other. So I said liking cats is a character flaw. And this person on Liam Payne's internet decided to reply, what about now? I'm going to screenshot this and I'm going to find your mother on Facebook and I'm going to send this to her because I'm sure she would not appreciate her child talking to someone like this. Like, just clean it up. Are we in high school? Are we in middle school? Like, that's just, it's not funny. It's not creative. I didn't chuckle. I didn't chortle. I didn't even like breathe out of my nose excessively. Like, you know, when people like, nothing. It got nothing from me. It just got a screenshot and I decided this is going to be in the video. It's embarrassing. You should be embarrassed. I don't know if you're ever going to see this. If you see this, I hope you feel embarrassed. You probably won't, but if you do, I hope you are. Okay, another response. This just creeped me out. So it's a picture, a very nice picture of myself. And this is what this person replied to the picture. First of all, I don't know you at all. So let's keep it on a government name basis only because I don't know you. But like, ew. And you know, but you know what's even funnier to me is like, people talk like this in relationships. Ew. Like, I'm so serious. If you're in a relationship, let me know this right now. Is this how y'all talk to each other? This gives me the ick. We don't have to, the nicknames, maybe not. Let's just keep it with government names only. Shookmira. Shookmira, would you like to, do you want to get something to eat tonight? Let's just keep it simple. Because that is cringy to me. But since we're not even dating and I've never met this person a day in my life, starting off a conversation and interaction like that,
It's nasty work, man.
that's just like it's just like, ew, back up. Like, do you see, I'm like, I'm making fists unprovoked. Like, I'm making a fist like, because to me, it feels like that's a threat. Like, I feel like I need to be on guard or something. Like, just back up for you get dotted in the eye once. And don't make me have to do it twice. The next one, here we go. One thing I'll never do again. With a broke female with nothing going for herself. And you know what? I think in general, we should all strive for that. Someone who has no passions in life or isn't really doing anything is probably not the best person to involve yourself with. Totally get that. But my first issue, the word female. Because you know what it is when you're trying to say that. Like, I always have problems like actually saying what I hate about it. To me, it's like, you know how men, they hate being called bitch? That's the same thing. Like, it's just like, well, no, if I call a man a bitch, like, it's because you're a bitch. But like, something about when men address women as a whole with the word female, something about it, it feels like derogatory and degrading. Like, I really can't put a finger on why it is. If someone who is more eloquent with words can put it in the comments below, I really appreciate it. It's like, men say like females and they say the most like rude, like condescending, like meanest ever, and they're like, well, I don't understand why you hate that word. Like, because y'all only use it in a negative context. It gives us the ick. And that's really all it is. So that's the first thing. But also just like, this is the equivalent of like talking about your ex on a first date. Like, it's just not needed. It just brings up negative energy and negative emotions. You could have chosen another prompt and you could have said something else. this is just a prime example of like, your goal is to find someone, not chase people away. To me, that's what this is doing. Because it's just like imagine going up to someone and like you go up to them at a bar and you're like, oh, hey, can I get you a drink? And they're like, I'll tell you one thing I'd never do again. It's just like, okay, like, what am I supposed to do with that information? Like, because I'm not going to ask. Like, I don't care. Great. Here's a Tinder message. So, I don't usually get on Tinder. If I do, I'm really just on there for just and giggles. Because I don't take anyone on that app seriously. And here's an example why. I matched with someone. I didn't want to read it out loud because it's just, like, cringy to hear. Because, sir, first of all, you don't know me. I gotta stop lifting up this fork because I do not want YouTube to flag this video. Like, messages like this physically make me like push this energy away. What happened to hi? Hello? Granted though, Tinder is like, no offense Tinder, if you are looking to sponsor someone, I'm right here. Tinder is kind of like the cesspool of dating apps. So I'm not saying like, oh, how dare he? Because like people associate Tinder with kind of like this quick kind of hookup-y culture. So to his point, sure, 1 point for him. But like, ew. Here we go. Oh, because I've been waiting to talk about this for a fucking hot minute. I go crazy for a self-efficient woman, incorrect grammar, that still loves to be submissive to her man. I don't know what extended nap I took where I woke up one day and all of a sudden everybody and their mother was talking about submissive women on the internet. I'm gonna tell you my problems with it. My main problem is that like, why does there have to be these labels on roles and relationships? Why can't it just be two people who, you know, listen to each other, respect each other's boundaries? Like, it's just in my mind, submissive gives the idea of like, I do whatever I'm told because that person is taking care of me. And, you know, I think it's important to respect someone who is, you know, contributing to your life, but it's just like, what is the reason? And also, and I didn't want to be this person, I'm gonna say it, submissive, ew. Like, no, I'm sorry. Like, it's just not, it's not going down like that. Like, I'm sorry, it's just not. Are y'all okay? Like, submissive, no. Like, sure, you know, you have a partner who is a little more commanding, you know, but like the terms submissive, I was gonna say dominative, dominating, alpha. Can y'all shut up? We used to build houses and now this is what y'all are talking about on the internet. Shut the up. Like, I'm so serious. I've never been this person to say this, but go touch some grass. Go touch some grass. Let the sun like just shine on. But yes, let some sunshine hit you. And if it's raining outside, maybe that's what you need.
Whenever you can go out into the rain, do not miss the opportunity!
Y'all need to go outside. I think y'all have spent too much time indoors. Shut up. The whole submissive conversation, the whole submissive narrative talks, it just needs to end because it's so ugly spirited. It's just ugly. Oh my God. Okay. Another Tinder interaction. Again, I'd like to preface this by saying that on Tinder, to an extent, I get it. I knew what it was when I signed up. So I matched with someone, first message, link up. Sir. So I reply with this, which is a very good quality meme from Housewives of Atlanta. It's funny. He didn't even get it. Don't do small talk, only gets active. Sir, I almost picked up the fork again. Go right to hell. It's just like, I mean, I understand not liking small talk at all, but like the reply, don't do small talk, only gets active. How about you gets right on my face? I feel like this might be a relatively shorter one of these that I've done, but my camera's acting weird. I don't have a lot of storage. It's because of that Big Time Rush concert, because most of my camera roll is now footage from the concert and screenshots that I want to use for my wallpaper of them. I'm a flawed human. That is it. I believe that is the third installment of Ranking Bad Profiles. So I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up and leave me a comment about anything we talked about today. We talked about a lot, so I'm looking forward to some comments from you all. And you know, while you're at it, go ahead and share the video with a friend, because that's how we keep the count going up. I think right now I'm at about like 1.16K, which I don't know. I'll put the number up here on the screen because y'all know I don't know numbers like that. But you know, we're consistently going up. We're consistently growing our little our little thing we got here. So I'm very grateful for that. So if you have had any part in that, like as far as sharing a video of mine, I really appreciate that. And I just ask that we all just keep doing that. That is all for today. I love you all very much. Please take care of yourselves out there. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to one another. Do something that not only makes you feel good, but makes you feel better. Better is important. Talk nice to yourself before you talk nice to anybody else. And I will see you all very, 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 very soon. Peace.